Greetings to all our viewers. I, Sanvi Nagar, in my capacity as the head girl, would like to welcome all of you to the 26th Founders Day of our esteemed institution, Lakshmipat Singhania Academy. Almost 2 years after the coronavirus unleashed a pandemic around the world, we are finally seeing a light at the end of the tunnel, signifying mankind's gradual victory over the virus. This has been achieved by the dedicated efforts of our government and health workers through the massive vaccination program, which has managed to beat back the onslaught of the successive waves of COVID. Amidst the pervading crisis, Lakshmipat Singhania Academy has gone all out to manage the situation and successfully adapted itself to the new norm of imparting online education over the last 2 years. This has continued the Academy's consistent march towards the academic excellence over the last 26 years. Lala Lakshmipat Singhania was a great visionary, a pioneer, an industrialist, and a leader of outstanding qualities. He believed in an education system that brought about holistic development. Every year, on the occasion of Founders Day, we restate our commitment towards Lalaji's dreams and visions. To commemorate this occasion, we have been graced by the presence of Dr. Anupam Basu, Director, NIT Durgapur. I would like to extend a very warm welcome to Sir and to all the dignitaries present with us today. We are privileged to have with us the Honorable Chairman of the Lakshmipat Singhania Education Foundation, Shri Bharat Hariji Singhania, the President of the Executive Committee of Lakshmipat Singhania Academy, Srimati Sharda Ji Singhania and Srimati Mamta Ji Singhania. We shall be beginning the day's proceedings with a song sung in the melodious voice of the school choir. We shall be having our very own song written by our very own teacher, Mr. Suthirto Roy Ghatak, and set to music by our very own music teacher, Mr. Abhishek Saha. This song symbolizes how the Academy and its students stand out.
Not another room, not another school. No sunshine so bright, no night so cool. There's a place in our heart, and in our own. We call it a school, we call it a home. LSA is not just a name. LSA can change the game. LSA is not just a name, just a name. LSA is not just a name. LSA can change the game. LSA is not just a name, just a name. Friends are true, teachers rally. Every smile is born in this learning valley. The face is fresh, the head's held high, our ethics strong, the morals high. The hunger to win, but humble within. The stars in our hands, the horizon expands. LSA is not just a name. LSA can change the game. LSA is not just a name, just a name.
We shall now be moving ahead to the lighting of the lamp to mark the auspicious beginning of today's ceremony. The lighting of the lamp signifies the reign of wisdom, knowledge, and peace. Thank you, respected Director Ma'am, Vice Principal Ma'am, and Headmistress Ma'am. I would next like to welcome a person who has been a guiding light for the entire student and teacher fraternity of Lakshmipat Singhania Academy, our very own Director Ma'am, Mrs. Meena Kak, to address the audience. Over to you, Ma'am.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and a warm welcome to you all to the 26th Founders Day function of Lakshmipat Singhania Academy. We have all gathered here to pay our tribute to the memory of our founding father, late Lala Lakshmipat Singhania. Dr. Anupam Basu, Director NIT Durgapur, has kindly accepted to be the chief guest for today's function. We welcome you, sir. We have with us Shri Bharathari Singhania, Chairman, Lakshmipat Singhania Education Foundation, and Srimati Shardaji Singhania, President of the Executive Committee of Lakshmipat Singhania Academy. Their involvement in the affairs of the Academy has been a source of inspiration to us and has strengthened our faith in our ability. I also welcome Mrs. Mamta Singhania, Member Managing Committee, who is taking keen interest in school affairs. We also welcome all dignitaries of the Lakshmipat Singhania Education Foundation. I also extend a warm welcome to all parents for continuously supporting us in our endeavors. Students of LSA have been donning the cap of responsibility and integrity successfully and have been displaying a great sense of dedication towards different causes. I would like to start with Class 12 board result of 2021. Out of 134 students appeared for Class 12 board, 99 students scored 90% and above. The school average was 92.09 and the highest in the science, commerce and humanities stream was 98, 98.6 and 98.4% respectively. 8 students scored 100% in different subjects. In Class 10, out of 134 students appeared for Class 10 board, 84 students scored 90% and above. The school average was 91.1 and 15 students scored 100% in different subjects. I would like to enumerate some of the achievements at national and international level of our academy and our students. The school has been awarded for extraordinary contribution to the education sector in the School Excellence category at the 7th Global Education and Skill Virtual Summit. LSA qualified for the final round of the International Space Settlement Design Competition along with 3 other Indian schools. 16 schools from Asia, from India, Pakistan and China were selected for the submission for the international qualifiers. The academy has been recognized as the best public school in India at the Asia Education Award 2021. At the national level, the Academy has received the School of Eminence 21-22 award and has been rated A+ by Education World. The school maintained its rank as number 2 in West Bengal and number 2 in Kolkata among the co-ed day schools as per the India School Ranking 2020-21 by Education World India School Rankings. The Academy has been ranked as India's 4th, West Bengal's 1st and Kolkata's 1st in career counseling and leaders category. A school was awarded in the following categories by Expression India for Life Empowerment Awards 2021: Health and Physical Well-being Education, Excellence in Counseling Services, Inclusive Education for Special Needs, Teacher Leadership for Value Education, Peer Leadership for Empowerment of Adolescents. The school was awarded in the following categories by National School Awards: Most Innovative School in COVID-19, School with the Most Impactful Learning Methods, School with the Best Management Systems. The Academy won the following awards in the Telegraph School Award 2021 by the Telegraph Education Foundation: School of the Year, the Award for Excellence in Academics, Honours Certificate for Excellence in Co-curricular Activities, Honours Certificate for Social Service and Certificate of Appreciation for a School that Cares. Lakshmipat Singhania Academy, Kolkata has emerged as the number 2 school at the national level in the KidX National Challenge, where 300 schools and 50,000 students across India participated in the event. Students are going through trials and tribulations during this pandemic. They need to be resilient. So, apart from emotional and intelligence quotient, resilience quotient is the need to prepare the students for all future challenges. Let them learn to change the challenges into opportunities as this pandemic has taught them. Teachers need to have a strong grip over technology and use it to keep them abreast with all developments happening elsewhere. Teachers are turned out to be real heroes during this pandemic, working tirelessly to ensure learning continues. A big salute to them. Parents, today we are in an era of abundance. Everything is excess is the new mantra. Our children are highly protected, greatly dependent and busy in self-gratification. We hover around our kids, fussing over them, protecting them at all cost. I am not by any chance asking you to be heartless, but only recommending a firm approach. Encourage them to learn about diverse cultures to gain global perspective and be tolerant of each other's faith and beliefs without humiliating others. Allow your child to take their own decisions, face challenges and failures in life and be humane. To conclude, I reiterate the words of Bapuji. He said, and I quote, "A true soldier does not argue as he marches how success is going to be ultimately achieved, but he is confident that if he only plays his humble part well, somehow or the other the battle will be won." It is in that spirit that every one of us should act. It is not given to us to know the future, but it is given to every one of us to know how to do our own part well. Thank you. Gyanam Amritam.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your ever inspiring words. May I now request our Vice Principal, ma'am, Mrs. Jaya Mishra, to present the annual report of the school. Over to you, ma'am.
Hello everyone, I will be presenting the school report. Students from class 2 upwards and our staff members completed the training and the school has been declared as a Cyber Smart certified school by WNS Cares Foundation and Niti Aayog. Mrs. Kak was awarded for her outstanding achievements and remarkable contribution in the field of education by KTK Outstanding Achievers and Education Foundation. Ms. Jaya Mishra, Mr. Shomo Ghosh, Ms. Monideepa Lairi, Ms. Sanjeeta Mirza and Mr. Niladri Motilal were felicitated for their contribution in the field of education by IIHM and IHC. Shrikar Ayala Sumaya Jula secured the second position out of 15,000 students from schools of 9 countries all over the world in the final round of India Inside Junior Quiz organized by Grey Caps Knowledge and Tribe. Rishi Raj Mishra, Aditya Tibrewal and Ashish Mishra obtained recognition from Department of Science and Technology for designing accident-resistant bicycle, toothpaste dispenser and a biochemical broom respectively. All of them have been awarded with a cash prize of 10,000 each. Vishesh Kumar designed a working model of ultrasonic bell and secured the first position and received a gold medal in the ISTF Modeling Junior category by Vigyan Prasar Network of the Science Club. Rashita Singh gave a speech on innovative agricultural practices and received a silver medal in the ISTF speech. Rishika Kala received a silver medal in the ISTF e-quiz. Ishan Jain received a silver medal in the ISTF e-quiz. Shrikar Ayala Sumaya Jula secured the second position in the online quiz and painting competition organized by the Government of India on the occasion of World Environment Day. Our students have participated in various Olympiads like National Creativity Olympiad, International Informatics Olympiad, International Maths Olympiad, National Science Olympiad, National Coding Olympiad, CAMP, etc. They have won national and international ranks. In the city level, Pranav Chaudhary won the first prize for his newsreel on Acts of Green, organized by Earthreel in the age group 17 to 21 years. Harshvardhan Jalan and Arjun Agarwal participated in the inter-school film-making competition by iLead College. The film Zip Unzip won the first prize. The film was based on the education system during the lockdown, showcasing the fate of a school bag during this period. Debarsh Das's film Utensils with a Story won the Best Film Award, and Shlok Tehlani's film Kitchen Garden won the Best Script Award in the Intac Film IT Kolkata Awards 2020. A few events were organized by our academy. In the Inter-School Fest for Primary, Indradhanush, 16 schools from all over India, 9 from Kolkata and 7 from outside Calcutta participated. They came together to showcase their talents and to learn from each other. Needless to say, this fest with hobbies as the theme was a grand success. Abhilasha is a non-competitive middle school fest. In the last session, it had a participation of 28 schools, out of which 4 were international teams. This current session, 22 schools participated, out of which there were 4 international, 10 national and 7 city schools. The theme was Chasing Happiness. In the 6th edition of LSA MUN, the students discussed on a wider paradigm of subjects like the situations of the Middle East, status of minority in Asia, electoral violence and political instability in Africa. The Academy celebrated the 10th edition of its IT Fest exhibit, Imagine, Innovate, Ignite, which was an amalgamation of NEP, 25 years of our Academy and the 10th year of the fest. 33 schools participated, out of which we had 6 schools based out of Kolkata and 1 school from Nepal. IRIS 2021, the virtual fest based on psychology, had a participation from 11 schools this year. Delightful Days is a product of the Bagless Days that is suggested under the NEP as per the CBSE directives. A week full of skill-based learning was organized for the middle school students, which was an enriching experience. In the sports category, under the West Bengal State Roller Skating Championship organized by West Bengal Roller Skating, Vidisha Mundra secured 3 gold and 1 bronze under the age group 14 to 17. Naina Varandani won 2 silver and 1 bronze medal. In West Bengal State Rapid Chess Championship organized by Bengal Chess Association, under the 7 boys category, Kaushal Bagri secured the 2nd position. Under 7 girls, Tashvi Biani secured the 2nd position. Under 9 girls, Pehal Jajodia secured the 3rd position. We had a number of exchange programs under the AFS banner. Virtual hosting of Isabel Richard from Baltimore by Mahi Jain and her family owing to the pandemic was the first one. Ashlesha Bhagat made us proud by being selected in the most prestigious Asia Kakehashi Japan exchange program. She studied in Nakamura Gakuen Senior Girls School in Fukuoka, Japan. She received a certificate of appreciation from Japan and is fluent in Japanese now. She was there from November till March 2021. This year, Arav Bharani has been selected for the same program. Akriti Agarwal and Arya Agarwal spent a month at a Danish school in exploring cultural differences, learning Danish and participating in interesting activities and cultural excursions. Krishang Gupta is well settled in USA on a school exchange program through AFS in Sunny Slope High School, Phoenix, Arizona. He is expected to be back after 10 months. Emmy Lilou Perrin is a new entrant to our academy who hails from France and has come to spend a year in India and study in our institution. Ananya Karnani of class 11 is her host family. Pathway to Global Classrooms for Educators workshop empowers the teachers to build global classrooms, recognize cultural differences and create a safe multicultural environment that celebrates diversity. Thank you, Gyanam Amritam.
Thank you, ma'am. May I now request Shri Bharat Hariji Singhania, Chairman of the Lakshmipat Singhania Education Foundation, to address the gathering. Over to you, sir.
Honorable Chief Guest, Professor Anupam Basu, Director of LSA, Srimati Meena Kak, members of the Board of Management, teachers and staff of LSA, parents, other distinguished guests, friends from media, ladies and gentlemen, and above all, my dear students of the Academy. Good morning to you all and a very warm welcome on the 26th Founders Day function. It is indeed a pleasure for me to be with you today, though virtually. The waves of unprecedented pandemic have pushed us to hold this important event virtually for last 2 years in succession. I am hopeful that LSA will be able to celebrate next Founders Day in physical mode as before. We all have gathered here to pay homage to the founding father, Lala Lakshmipat Singhania. His demise, dreams and vision have shaped this academy as one of the most distinguished institutions for the senior secondary education in the intellectual state of West Bengal. Every year on this occasion, we solemnly dedicate ourselves to his ideals for learning by traveling beyond classroom knowledge domain and for building a strong and prosperous India for generations to come. We are honored to have Professor Anupam Basu, a distinguished academic, as our chief guest. He was a long tenure as a professor of Department of Computer Sciences and Engineering, IIT Kharagpur. He is now presently the director of National Institute of Technology, Durgapur. He is known for his credible research in the area of cognitive and intellectual system, embedded system and language processing. What is special about to applaud is that his research has resulted in development of number of cost-effective systems for different categories of physically challenged people. He has led research in the area of computer-aided education system for rural children where there is paucity of teachers. it goes to his credit that he has chosen apt subject for the welfare of that section of society which many a times is ignored. Sir, I most heartily welcome you on behalf of the entire Lakshmipat Singhania Academy fraternity on this occasion. Lala Lakshmipat Singhania had a passion for promoting education as he strongly believed that educated India is a prerequisite in its rightful place in the League of Nations. For this, even late in 1930s, when while operating from Kanpur, he jealously worked to set up primary schools in every district of the region. In later life, he prompted secondary education in around each of our places of operation, where more than 30,000 students get benefited every year. It is with this legacy that in his honor, we established your institution, LSA, and lately Lala Lakshmipat Singhania University at Jaipur, which is fast getting recognized as one of the most innovative universities in the field of engineering, design, management, with a strong tie-up for students to do joint degree program together with reputed foreign universities in their area of specialization at more affordable cost. The role schools play in shaping our future and the future of the country is very significant. With the paradigm shift in teaching, learning, the teacher's role has risen. Teacher has become a catalyst of process of learning beyond classroom. The questioning mind of the student have to be satisfied. In the technologically driven world today, the teacher must keep themselves abreast with all developments happening anywhere. Also, teachers have always been role models and must remain so in the generation of students who pass through their hands. We at LSA offer opportunities to students to come out of their cocoon and explore all possibilities, thus discover their nascent potential and talent. We groom our students to have a global vision, at the same time be conscious of our country's realities. In some of our activities, the students interact with their counterparts in other foreign countries through international students exchange program with countries like USA, Japan, France, Germany, Russia, besides neighboring countries of Nepal, Bangladesh and Sri Lanka, and many others. Our students keep informed of the global opportunities for higher education and are given hands-on experience wherever and whenever possible. I wish to congratulate the Director of LSA, the faculty and the students for very good results and applause received by them year on year from very credible organizations, which may be dealt by the Director more in detail. At a time when the whole world is undergoing a turmoil due to pandemic, it is dedicated workers in the different fields of life whom we salute for their work on 24/7. Our faculty have worked for months beyond their call of duty and taken the academy to greater heights. The LSA calendar is one of unending activities, both curricular and co-curricular. We take pride in the fact that we go beyond the syllabi to keep our students engaged in meaningful activities that foster a holistic development of each student. The challenges of last more than a year were unprecedented, but the school was able to effectively surmount all these hurdles and ensure continuity of teaching-learning process. Today, education and learning have such much enlarged and scope besides classroom teaching and also beyond the outside classroom activities that are conducted by the school. The learning process of a child at home is equally important and where the parents make a difference. Parenting is a specialized art these days, and competent parenting synchronized with wholesome education yield fantastic results. The children today are far smarter, more knowledgeable, and better exposed to new technologies than the parents were at that age. While parents have been conformist in their childhood, today's child is inquisitive and questions everything. Everything. The parents therefore have to monitor them constantly and guide them how to combat the vices. Caution them about perils and make them strong to avoid stress which all hover over them at various degrees of growing. They must emotionally build them up so that they are able to face threats like cyber crimes, terrorism, and fantasism, which form Homer on the world over today. Students are going through trials and turbulences and fast-moving times. They are faced with enormous competitors everywhere and in all spheres of life. They should be prepared to learn from failures without stress and not go overboard on their success, but do still better. Dear students, enjoy all that you do. We are the years of life that you shall ever cherish. So make them memorable with all pleasant memories. I strongly believe that a student must inculcate the following to excel in life. First and foremost is a curiosity to know why something is happening. It is curiosity which leads to learning, even beyond the textbooks that is so essential. Coupled with above, the student should imbibe dedication and self-discipline in the learning process. A student experiments and plays, but should never lose the sense of discipline. And above all, a student must focus and concentrate on whatever choice they have exercised. If the school, parents, and students bring this about, I have no doubt that such students passing out of this academy are bound to excel in their chosen field. In the words of Lala Lakshmipad Singhania, and I quote, we seek a society which is proud of its past, conscious of present, and full of hope for future. In society, every citizen should be equally conscious of its rights and responsibilities. Unquote. Like late Lala Lakshmipad Singhania, we too dream of a well-educated Indian citizenry and look forward to producing such individuals who would take charge of the future world of order and forge ahead with a more advanced new world of tomorrow. Before I conclude, I would say, have faith in yourself and groom yourself with all positivity and render your help towards mitigating the pains and anguishes around you. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay protected. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir, for your words of inspiration and encouragement. All of us in the audience are inspired and motivated. We will now be moving on to our esteemed chief guest, Dr. Anupam Basu. He is a professor at the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, IIT Kharagpur, India. Presently acting as the Director, National Institute of Technology, Durgapur. His research interests include cognitive and intelligent systems, embedded systems, and language processing. His research has resulted in the development of a number of cost-effective assistive programs for different categories of physically challenged people. He has also led research in the area of computer-aided education systems for the rural children and has been a part of various national and international conferences and taught in various universities abroad. He is considered to be a pioneer in assistive technology research in India and has more than 200 publications in international journals. He has won several awards and honors for his research contribution in India and abroad. Over to you, sir.
Honorable Director of LSA, the honored administrators, the esteemed teachers, and above all, the dear students. I consider it to be my privilege to have got this invitation to act as the chief guest in this occasion and say a few words. In her speech, the director, Ms. Kak, has made some very important points which go beyond the routine education. And in my mind, that is where the education begins. Because that education that doesn't enlighten us, I feel hesitant to consider that to be an effective education. Yes, education serves the purpose of knowing different subjects, attaining different skills, communications, communication arsenal, good vocabulary of words, nice practice of speaking. But unless we translate that into effective use, not only outside, but also inside us, where we can be enlightened, lightened by that what we have read, education will not be at its fruition. Now, you know, Rabindranath Tagore, Swami Vivekananda, everybody talked about education as something that is inherent in you and that will flourish with more facilities that you get, and whatever is there in you, according to Swami Vivekananda, that will flourish further. According to Rabindranath Tagore, the primary component of education is Anandam. It must be joyous. You must enjoy that. And I am sure that at Lakshmipad Singhania, under the tutelage of a fantastic set of teachers, exemplary teachers, you are getting that joy. And let that joy flood you and allow you to think once that you are one of the fortunate ones who are getting the privilege of this fantastic academic institution set up by the vision of Lala Lakshmipad Singhania. And at that time, sit back and remember that there are thousands of children in our country, in our city, who are deprived of such a facility. Might be, I don't know, that the genesis of talent was there in them also. Therefore, it is not there is nothing wrong that you are in being fortunate to get this fantastic opportunity. But along with it, with excellent education, enlightenment, you should now think of some responsibilities also from the very beginning. Even from your childhood, you should start thinking that I have to give back something to my country, to my society. All of you will achieve big, I am sure, in whatever field it is. It may be in engineering, it may be in science, it may be in liberal arts, humanities, medicine, whatever. All of you will be successful. That's my wish and that's my conviction. But along with achieving big things, also keep a small amount of time for doing small things. Small things like helping your neighbor, helping your friend, helping your parents, ailing relatives, ailing neighbors, a poor person, somebody with whom you come in touch, in whatever capacity you have. It's not the amount or the capacity. It is the capacity, not the financial capacity. It is the capacity of the mind, how much you want to try and reach out. Believe me, that when you will reach my age or even beyond, you will count your successes. That will give you glory. And all of us want to be successful. If you have heard the Durga Puja Stotram, in that there it is said, Jayan Dehi, Jasho Dehi, Rupang Dehi, Disho Jahi. Now, all these Dehis are Jayan, Jasan, all those things, it's true. We want fame. We want to win over. That defines success. But I want to place to you for your consideration another word. My life may be meaningful, but my life may be successful. But how meaningful is my life? I can say, I can distinguish between, how meaningful and how fruitful is your life. Okay? Safalya is one, and Sampurnata is another one. And that Sampurnata we feel within ourselves that yes, in my life, with all the best education and parental tutelage that I got, I could touch the lives of a few people. That is what is important. And I am sure our country needs you. Our country needs bright scholars. Our country needs also broad, courageous, empathetic human beings. And that is in coherence with the vision of your esteemed institute where you are growing up. A couple of more things I'd like to tell you. You compete only with yourself. You set a target of javelin or whatever. You set a target. You meet that target and set a higher target. You achieve a result. You set a higher result, and that will bring you to perfection. Do not widen that competition up with among your friends and other people. Ultimately, it is you who will be attaining the strength through this competition. And with competing with others, what he is doing, he has, later on it will translate like this, he has bought a larger car, I should immediately buy another car, or a big apartment, I must buy a bigger apartment. That will dissipate your energy of travel to perfection. Whatever your goal is, try to attain that. Put full steam in doing that, but let it not be dissipated with meaningless things of meaningless competition. Why am I saying this? This world is seeing a rat race. Everybody is trying to achieve more and more and more and more, faster and faster and faster, without spending more and more and more effort. There's a limit to the effort I can spend. Otherwise, I'll burn myself up. So within that, I must not lose any of my efficiency. I must be perfect. And in that rat race, meaningless rat race, another thing that comes in is devastating. That is psychological depressions, psychological disarrangements. And that is the thing I wish, I pray that happens to none of the students in my country. not only your school. And you must consciously stay away from that. The Anandam is inside. Study, read, mix with people, listen to good lectures, and think about that. Discuss with friends, make more friends, widen up. I know this COVID, the worst thing that COVID did, besides a number of very tragic deaths and we lost millions of people, but it also has taken out our peers from us. No, there is no one to physically touch my hand and say, I am here. That is something you should never miss. You should have your friends, have a strong mind with supporting academics, proper guidance, strong belief, and I'll conclude with one word, that is strong ethics. In today's country, in today's civilization, in today's India, in academic scenario as well, and in other scenarios, of course, ethics is gradually having a back seat. And that is all because of this blind rat race, blind pursuit for more and more and more. Please, all of us, take a pledge and take a vow that in my life, I will, as a student, I am pledging that I will never encourage unethical practices. I'll never adopt unethical practices. If all of us follow that, we'll soon have a changed India. So I'm sure that you are in the best of hands, and that's why you have got the real potential energy. Translate that to the proper kinetic energy. And with the kinetic energy, the body moves very fast with higher velocity, but your thoughts, your education will give it the proper direction. And that direction should be constructive and not destructive and never self-destructive. I'm sure you'll be able to achieve that. I am confident. I was mesmerized by the musical performance that the children gave and the wise words that came from your director and the other guests. I'm sure you'll be able to achieve the glory in a glorified, fulfilled manner. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for encouraging us. We will now be moving forward to what is perhaps one of the most awaited events in the Founders Day program every year, the prize distribution ceremony. I will request Ma'am Santoshri Bhattacharya to please do the honors. Over to you, ma'am.
Welcome parents, teachers, students and viewers. I will be sharing with you the highlights of our school's performance in the AISSCE and AISSE examinations for the session 2020-21. Let me begin with the performance of class 12 students. We begin with the class 12 AISSCE 2021 results. To begin with the science stream, Harshvardhan Khaitan got the first rank with 98% in aggregate. Kanika Bhagat got the second rank with 97.2% and Rishika Banka got 97% and achieved the third position. In the commerce stream, we have Varun Churaria with 98.6% in aggregate. Aishani Gupta and Chitrak Mitra Nandi got 98.2% and secured the second place. In the third place, we have Jagrit Agarwal and Ishwari Pugalia with 97.8%. In the humanities stream, we have Sakshi Singhania topping with 98.4%, Tanvi Agarwal at 97.4%, and the third position was secured by Suhani Goel and Apeksha Jain, both scoring 97.2%. Now we come to the subject highest. In accountancy, economics, web application, commercial art, the subject highest was 100%. In computer science, physics, psychology, history, business studies, physical education, political science, legal studies and mathematics, the subject highest was 99%. The subject highest for English and cost accountancy, including sociology and biology, was 98%. In chemistry, the subject highest was 97%. In geography and Hindi, it was 96%. In mass media, the students scored a 95%. In food and nutrition, they scored 94% as the subject highest. In fashion studies, it was 91%, and in Bengali, it was 89%. Now, I will be sharing with you the performance of the class 10 students of our school. Now, we come to the class 10 AISSE performance in 2020-21. The first position was achieved by Muskan Goel, Meghal Jain and Bishwaman Shaha with 99.2% in the aggregate. The second position was secured by Tanisha Agarwal and Arihant Sethi with a 99% in aggregate. The third position was secured by Kusha Srivastava with 98.8%, and the school average was 91.11. The subject highest were something like this. In mathematics and information technology, the subject highest was 100. In English, science, Hindi and social science, the subject highest was 99. In Bengali, the subject highest was 97, and in mathematics basic, the subject highest was 91. Now, I shall be sharing with you the Principals Award for the session 2020-21. The first award is Vishisht Samman. It is an award that is given to a student with academic excellence and excellence in co-curricular activities. For this session, the award goes to Jagrat Jain of 12C, Disha Dosi, Rishiraj Mishra, Priyankshi Saraugi and Gaurav Poddar were the recipients of the Vishisht Samman Award. The next award is entitled as Samman Award. It is an award given for distinguished achievement in the field of academics or any extracurricular activities recognized by an external institution. For this session, the Samman Award goes to Harsh Choraria of 11B, Krisha Sureka of 12C and Akriti Agarwal of 12C were the recipients of the Samman Award. The next award is entitled as Prashasti Award. It is an award given to any trailblazing achievement in any specific field of expertise. For this session, the Prashasti Award is given to Shubham Agarwal of 12A, Ishan Jain of 12A, Divyangsh Sharma of 12A and Ashesh Mishra, Rachit Kumar, Shriyansh Dalmia, all three from 11A. Last but not the least, we come to the Attendance Award. The following students were awarded the 100% Attendance Award, and believe it or not, they were present in all the days for the last 11, 8 or 7 years. This year's 100% attendance awards goes to Vinesha Parekh of 7B, Yuthika Sikaria of 7D and Vidisha Mundra from 8A achieved the 100% attendance award for attending the school for the last 7 years. continuously without a single day of leave. Navya Mohta also received the attendance prize from 9A for attending the school continuously for the last 7 years. Now we have Sarthak Khiroria from 8B, Priyam Ruya of 8C and Yug Kedia of 8D. They have attended the school continuously for the last 8 years along with Aditi Daga of 11B. Nilesh Kothari of 11A got the 100% attendance award for attending the school without a day's leave for the last 9 years. And Kanishk Mehta of 11A gets the 100% attendance prize for attending the school for the last 11 years without a single day of leave. This brings us to the end of the academic highlights of the school for the session 2020-2021.
Thank you, ma'am. We will now be having a play titled Looking Back and Beyond, performed by the students of LSA. This play showcases students coming back to school after many years and are reminded of their times in school. They roam around the entire school building, observe the changes and take a trip down the memory lane.
My children come back today to their second home, their last day in school, with tears and promises, convinced me that they would return someday, that they would miss the time spent here, that they would give in to nostalgia and be a part of this homecoming. This return is precious. It's all I look forward to, and it keeps me going.
Ma'am, may I come in?
Students, be quiet.
Rohan, stop staring at the fan and write the answer.
Everyone stand in a straight line. Yay, P class! Project submission. Children, let us all wish Shweta a very happy birthday.
Founders Day practice.
Participants, move to the assembly hall.
Finally. Hi Raj, Nidhi, Rohan, Aisha, I am so glad to meet you all. So, it's finally happening. The reunion is finally happening.
After months of planning and postponing, we are finally back at our beloved LSA.
Guys, is the reunion happening in the ground? Come on, let's go.
The assembly hall. For so many years, every morning we had gathered here. Yes, exactly. And don't you think the assembly sessions that were conducted here were so unique for its time?
If you think deeply, Shweta, apart from the morning assemblies, numerous aspects of the school were very unique.
Yes, exactly. We had morning sights, prayer, thoughts, vocabulary aids, and so much more. And not to forget, most of us experienced our very first stage fright here.
You know what? You're right. I still remember my first performance in this hall. It was in this Assamese folk dance. I still try to hum that song. Oh, what was the name of that song again? Yes, Bihure Lahore.
You still can't get it right. It's Bihure Logon.
বিহুরে লগন মধুরে লগন আকাশে বাতাসে লাগিল রে চম্পা ফুটিছে চামেলি ফুটিছে তার সুবাসে ময়নায় আমার ভাসিল রে বিহুরে লগন মধুরে লগন আকাশে বাতাসে লাগিল রে চম্পা ফুটিছে চামেলি ফুটিছে তার সুবাসে ময়নায় আমার ভাসিল রে
ফাগুনের মোহনায় মন মাতানো মহুয়ায় রঙ্গিনী বিহুর নেশা কোন আকাশে নিয়ে যায় ফাগুনের মোহনায় ও মোর মন হারিয়ে যায় মোর মন হারিয়ে যায় অন্যের তোর ভাবনা ঝিলমিলিয়ে যায় রে ঝিলমিলিয়ে যায় কোন চেনা দেশের তরে তোর সাথে ইতে পান্তরে মোর মনের প্রজাপতি নাচি নাচি ঘুরি ঘুরি উড়ি উড়ি উড়ে যায় মন হারানোর ঠিকানায় ফাগুনের মোহনায় মন মাতানো মহুয়ায় রঙ্গিনী বিহুর নেশা কোন আকাশে নিয়ে যায় ফাগুনের মোহনায় ফাগুনের মোহনায় ফাগুনের মোহনায়
The playground is an arena of memories. Want to add a few more to it? Let's play a match. Ex-students versus current students.
Super.
What a fun match! Good to know that the sportsman in me is still up and agile. But now I'm exhausted. Let's go to the canteen and grab something to eat.
Atal Tinkering Labs. Wasn't this our canteen?
Was this your canteen? Well, it's our tinkering lab. All the tech-holics of Paris spend their time here. Come with me, I will show you the 3D printer.
Smart. By the way, where is the canteen now?
It's just next door.
One step, at a time, remember?
Yes. And we were never allowed to use the elevator.
So let's just follow the rule.
And as we go up, we can take a round of each floor. Speaking about uniqueness, I think the most novel aspect of our school would be not having any textbooks till class 2. How wonderfully our academic base was formed just through games and activities. My cousins who lived abroad had a similar curriculum.
This play area reminds me of our classmate Arav, who was the quickest and the naughtiest among us all, making our HRT run behind him all across the play area.
Don't forget, he went on to become the favorite of maths teachers. Our teachers would teach us sums using toffees, and he would get most of them as he was the quickest in the subject.
Yes, golden days, undoubtedly. Even the term HRT, homeroom teacher, was so full of warmth. LSA indeed was and is our second home. And the room went beyond just being a classroom. Our HRTs acted as a mother, shelter, and a guide, all rolled into one. Where is this music coming from?
Guys, I think it's coming from the room at the very far end.
Let's just go and check.
सोचा कहाँ था ये जो हो गया, माना कहाँ था ये लो हो गया। छुट्टी कोई काटो ना है हम तो होश में, कदमों को थामो ये है उड़ते जोश में। बादल पे पाँव है या छूटा गाँव है, अब तो भाई चल गई अपनी ये नाव है। बादल पे पाँव है या छूटा गाँव है, अब तो भाई चल गई अपनी ये नाव है। ओ
said it once, this room has been the witness to the leg pain during maths class.
Stomach ache when homework was not done.
Feeling feverish when I realize I might receive a scolding.
Jokes apart, check this room, the COVID isolation room. I must say that the school has gone out of its way to ensure wellness and safety of all. Indeed commendable. Even academics, during the unprecedented times of the pandemic, the school, along with my dearest teachers, have evolved and adapted themselves to the digital landscape of education, for learning should never stop. I bow my head to this dedication. Nidhi, don't you want to visit a favorite class, the movement room?
Ah, yes, of course. Of the good old days. This is exactly how we would rehearse as well. Few things are better left unchanged. Wasn't this the topmost floor when we had earlier joined school?
Yes, then gradually it rose up to the 8th floor.
So, in other words, we grew and the school grew alongside us.
Oh my god, finally we meet again. I stepped into the school and the floodgate of memories were opened.
Hold on. Here comes the eternal late Kate. I think today LSE is mighty impressed that Sandeep Arora has maintained his record of always being late to school.
Alright, stop embarrassing me, but yes, I think all my HRTs were fed up with my late arrival and
your out-of-box excuses.
Ma'am, mother gave me a glass of very, very hot milk to drink. So I took time to drink it and was thus late.
Yeah, I remember that. Ma'am, 2 dogs are fighting on the road. It's so scary. So I waited for them to stop fighting and go away. Technically, it's their fault that I'm late, not mine.
Ma'am, I had reached halfway when I realized I forgot my school bag. Again, I had to go home. That is why I'm late.
Okay. Why is this turning into a Pull Sandeep's leg reunion?
Timetables, classes, breaks, homeroom periods. How I miss them. We grew up and now timetables have been replaced by deadlines. But this was 8 periods of wondrous joy.
This reminds me of our activity classes and their fun names. LAC, MAC, SAC and HAC.
I remember telling all these fancy abbreviations to my cousins, and it would always leave them curious to know more. Remember our thematic classes? Let's experience it again.
Environment, a term we are all aware of. And this is going to be our topic for today. You have already learnt about nature in your science class. In your geography class, you have studied about the different crises that the environment is facing right now. You have dealt with this theme in your Hindi class as well. And today, in our English class, we are going to combine a part of an English poem based on nature along with the Hindi poem that you have studied, and we are going to read it together.
Wake up, little one, come with me. A voice says, you'll see.
Who are you? I asked.
It doesn't matter. Come, my child.
Warm hands holding his own. Reluctantly, she led him on.
Open your eyes, don't be scared.
Oh, what a sight, I exclaimed.
Beautiful stars, colors blending, trees swaying. It looks like they were dancing.
What a wonderful place, I said to her.
Yes, it is for you to see, my dear.
Why? What do you want me to understand?
You'll know in time. Don't rush things, beloved one.
He woke up from bed, realized it was a dream. He smiled. Things are more beautiful, it seems.
The day started with a good feeling, but later on, the mood is changing.
संभल जाओ ए दुनिया वालों, वसुंधरा पे करो घातक प्रहार नहीं।
रब करता आगाह हर पल, प्रकृति पे करो घोर अत्याचार नहीं।
खोद रहा खुद इंसान कब्र अपनी, जैसे जीवन की अब परवाह नहीं।
लुप्त हुए हैं झील और झरने, वन्य जीवों को मिला मुकाम नहीं।
नष्ट किए हमने हरे भरे वृक्ष लताएं, दिखे कहीं हरियाली का अब नाम नहीं।
लहलाते थे कभी वृक्ष हर आंगन में, बचा शेष उन गलियारों का श्रृंगार नहीं।
जहाँ बहती थी कभी दूध की नदियाँ, कुएं नलकूपों में जल का नाम नहीं।
तबाह हो रहा सब कुछ निश्चित, आनंद के अलावा कुछ याद नहीं।
नित नए साधन की खोज में पर्यावरण का किसी को रहा ध्यान नहीं।
भूल गए पाठ सब रामायण गीता के, कुरान बाइबल किसी को याद नहीं। संभल जाओ ए दुनिया वालों, वसुंधरा पे करो घातक प्रहार नहीं। Nowadays, in my nephew's school, they're trying to shift the approach of education, making it more activity and experience based. I smile in my mind, thinking that our own school had done it so many years back.
Not only activity classes, even exchange programs and TAL, technology aided learning.
Oh look, this senior library is here. Earlier we had only one.
But what made a lasting impression on my mind was how my school catered to my brother's needs.
Sumit.
Yes. It was very unfortunate that he suffered from muscular dystrophy, wasn't able to walk. LSA did every possible thing to make his academic journey comfortable. My dad was so impressed that he even dedicated an entire article to the school in his book.
Is this the book you're referring to?
Yes, Nidhi.
Indeed. And not only Sumit, I think the school opened its heart for every student with special needs.
By the way, where are the rest of our batchmates?
They're all taking a walk around the school and reliving the days gone by.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let us do the same. Someone's painting in there. Looks like she's from a foreign nation.
Let's go in. Hey, that's a beautiful artwork. You are doing it with pulses. Where did you learn it from?
The art teacher taught me today. In this way, I can learn more about props while doing a craft work.
Very interesting.
By the way, my name is Emmy. I'm from France. I'm here on an exchange program for 3 months. She's my host, Ananya.
Well, she's a wonderful person to host, and I'm so glad that I got this opportunity. She loves visiting different parts of the city and know more about our culture. Why don't you show them the menu that you applied?
A very warm welcome, Emmy. I hope you're liking your stay.
Oh yes, I'm loving it actually. The culture, the food, the people, the school, even everything is really endearing. I shall carry every moment in my heart.
Emmy, why don't you show them the pottery that we'd done? We had so much fun.
Oh yes, this was very new for me. Come, let me show you.
Good job. This is indeed very nice.
Thank you. May the next 3 months render you with a fulfilling experience. Continue with your work. Goodbye. Au revoir.
See, the computer lab. This room is the place where all the tech wizards of our school started their journey from. We have seen them spending hours and hours in this lab.
So many hours were spent in this hall, practicing, rehearsing, improvising. During the fest season, this hall throbbed with activity the entire day.
Abhilasha, exhibit, Hindi Mela, sports day, Mac Mela, and the list just goes on.
Academics and co-curriculars. We were so engaged in these that we hardly realized our school life had reached its end. And it was the last day of class 12. Each and every student of our batch cried on that day. We didn't want to leave LSA and promised to stay in touch.
We parted as teenagers and met as adults. The journey of life. Every inch of this building houses infinite memories. Now come on, let's go meet the others and continue this journey back in time.
With photos, anecdotes, laughs, and giggles, the day passed by recalling timeless memories, both silly and solemn. Time moved in one direction, memories in another.
Guys, I just have one small task left to conclude. You all go ahead and I shall join you real quick.
All right.
Dear LSA, with a heart full of gratitude, love, and bliss, I want to thank you for every moment you have extended. Flipping through the pages of time, I realize your role, both colossal and boundless, in my life. Your 8-story structure of learning has been housing deep bonds, selflessness, purity of thought, curiosity, and a unique camaraderie. As a result, today in the reunion, all of our batchmates met with the same warmth, unmindful of how everyone fared in life later. Now, as I look back and see the moments through the soft focus filter of time, a tear or two roll down my cheeks. Dear school, may you stand tall and proud for posterity. Till we meet again, dated forever.
Tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow creeps in this petty pace from day to day. And I realize that I too have been growing up alongside these beautiful souls. My walls are etched with tales of fellowship. Staircases echo the footsteps of childhood, reaching joyous youth. Sometimes I think of myself as a vehicle. Teachers drive with the fuel of education, students being the passengers. We help them reach the threshold of the world waiting to be explored. They say that a school leaves an indelible mark in the lives of its students. Little do they realize that students do the same for the school as well. Each story remains immortalized in the heart of my hearts. Children, your visit today is a redeeming and rewarding homecoming. I'm glad to have gifted you knowledge through relationship. Shine bright, my stars, for you all shall always remain my dearest children. The world is yours. There, they take their leaves, but I know they shall return. Everyone would return to this abode of love and learning. These students are my gift to the society. I'm innocence and learning. I'm light and knowledge. I'm born to serve the society. Through my children, I shall continue serving till eternity. For men may come and men may go, but I go on forever.
After that heartwarming and enriching performance, I shall now be handing over the proceedings to Kanishk Mehta, our head boy, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Good afternoon, everyone. As the head boy of the school, it is indeed my honor and privilege to propose the vote of thanks on the momentous occasion of the 26th Annual Founders Day. I would like to express my immense gratitude to our chief guest, Dr. Anupam Basu, for gracing us with his invaluable time and motivating us. Sir, thank you so much for your words of wisdom, which are heartfelt and well received. We are thankful to Shri Bharat Hariji Singhania, Honorable Chairman, Lakshmipat Singhania Academy Education Foundation, and Srimati Shardaji Singhania, President of the Executive Committee, for their august presence. I also take this opportunity to thank Mrs. Mamta Ji Singhania for her guidance and support. Sir, ma'am, thank you for always being there to encourage and inspire us with your kind words. Wholeheartedly, we are also thankful to our very own Director Ma'am, Meena Kak, our Vice Principal Ma'am, Mrs. Jaya Mishra, and Headmistress Ma'am, Mrs. Jayati Goswami, for your guidance and for being a constant source of encouragement. With a profound sense of appreciation, we are thankful to all our teachers who have made a contribution that cannot be overstated to take the school to such great heights. We cannot thank our teachers enough for their continued tireless efforts even in such unprecedented pandemic situation to ensure smooth and the best of learning experience. We are all thankful to all our non-teaching staff for their continued sincere service and support. I will fail in my duty if I do not express my heartfelt thanks to the parents for always and always being there as a constant pillar of support. Thank you so much, parents, and love you. Lastly, and most importantly, a huge appreciation to the efforts and enthusiasm shown by students to put up this grand function. I thank each and every one of you for your sincere participation. Also, I would especially like to thank the teachers who have worked behind the scene for making this event a success. Thank you all once again for providing me this opportunity. Jnanam Amritam.